Hi.
Hi, David. How are you? Good night. Well,
Hi.
good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
How are you today?
I'm fine. I'm much better than yesterday.
That's great. All right. Well, let's please continue with our conversation practice. And do you remember if we finish or not?
I don't think so.
Yeah, me neither. That's why. I think we were here on this question. We were about to finish. So, what do you think about your course book? Say what you like and don't like. Basically, about the platform that you're using right now.
Okay. I do like the platform. I think there are so too much activities, but they are very easy. I think I would enjoy to have more challenging but less activities.
All right, okay. And well, have you ever been to an English speaking country or talked to a foreigner in English? Describe your experience.
Yes, I have been in the United States twice. On my first time, I was a teenager. I was around 15 years old, and I visited my cousin's high school. Um, I'm glad I could take, communicate to the other kids. Um, I wasn't that fluent at the time, but I could communicate indeed. And my second time was around 2 years ago. I was in the United States for World Scout Jamboree, and I could talk to many people from different countries of the world. It was kind of complicated because some foreigners talk too fast, and I could listen to many different accents. I had to struggle with Scottish accent and with some black people's accent.
All right. And well, did you have fun in your trips to the States?
Yes, I did.
And how many cities in the States or states do you know?
Um, technically, just one of them, just Tulsa.
Oh, Oklahoma.
That's right.
All right, okay.
Because Wolfcat Jamboree was in a summit, natural reserve, so it was not in the city.
Okay. Is there any specific like state that you would like to go back and visit?
So any specific what? Sorry.
State from United States, of course.
Yeah. Yeah, I would like to visit West Virginia again. That's where World Scout World Scout Jamboree was held. And I can't visit Tulsa again because my relatives don't live there anymore. But I would like to visit my relatives in Alabama. They live there now.
All right, okay. And well, let's see. The other question. Oh, basically, learning English is a complete waste of time. I will never use it anyway. Do you
I
agree?
No, I totally disagree. If I agreed with that sentence, I wouldn't be here.
Mhm.
No, English is not an advantage for finding a job. It is necessary.
Indeed, yes, it is. It is very, very necessary.
Even if you won't use English in your job at all, your employees will always ask you for English.
Mm-hmm. Yep, 100% true. All right, okay. Well, let's please move on onto the grammar section. Well, grammar in this unit is going to be related to the future in the past. And well, we are going to be reviewing specifically some of the tenses that tell us and teach us about how to express and use the future in the past. Let's
That
see.
sounds like Back to the Future, the movie.
Yeah. So it says, when we talk about the future from a time in the past, we use, and there are three main grammar tenses that we can use. Would as the past tense of will, was or were going to, and the past continuous tense. The first one, would as the past tense of will. Please, can you read on the first example?
Okay. He thought he will buy one the next day.
Yes. So we're saying he thought, the past, he would buy one the next day. Future in the past, right? And the second one, please.
Everyone was excited. The party would be fun.
Yes. So although the party didn't was not
Help.
happening on the present time, everyone was happy about it, right? Already.
Yeah.
So future in the past. In here, was, where plus going to. The first example, please.
John was going to drive and Mary was going to follow on her bicycle.
Yes. And because we're using the verb in the ing form followed by this preposition to, going to, just by using it, we are expressing the future, going to, an ongoing action, a continuous action. The next example, please.
It was Friday. We were going to set off the next day.
Yes. Again, so we are using the simple past of the verb to be, and then we are following with going to, which is a future expression, right? Future auxiliary. And well, the last one, the past continuous tense, that is a tense that we have reviewed before. Please.
It was September. Mary was starting school next week.
Correct. And here.
We were very busy. The shop was opening in 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
2
Yes.
weeks time.
Sorry?
The shop was opening in 2 weeks time.
Meaning that it wasn't a specific time, but yes, I think time is extra. It shouldn't be there. The shop was opening in 2 weeks' time. That means specifically 2 weeks, no more than 2 weeks and one day. Exactly, precisely 2 weeks. Not even 2 weeks and 1 minute. That means the time. It's given that emphasis of only 2 weeks. But I think without this word, it is understandable. All right, if it ends like this, the shop was opening in 2 weeks. Till here. So whenever we are going to be talking about the future in the past, so it's basically statements or sentences that were said, were mentioned in the past tense, but expressing a future action, right? A future feeling. And well, is there a doubt or a question that you may have about this?
No.
All right, let's please work on the practices. There you go. Please work on this first practice and let me know when you're done. It's about the future in the past.
Okay, finished.
Great. And how did you do on this first practice?
Um, I don't think I'm not sure if I had too many mistakes. Probably I have trouble while telling the difference between would and we're going to.
All right. Okay. So you said would. Oh, sorry. You said here or this one would and going to.
Yes,
Whenever you're going to be using going to, remember that only for this structure specifically, because we're talking about the future in the past, you have to use the verb to be before going to. No, was or where. Was, were, going to. Here, let's see. In this example, number 3, Rosa was going to. You forgot the to, the preposition. That's it.
but there is two written.
Oh, Rosa was going to drive to the station. Oh, yes, you're right. Correct. So this one is absolutely correct. I would was going to meet my sister after work. It was an action that was decided before, so was going to. You would do your homework in the morning. No, you were going to. You were going to do your homework in the morning. These two are incorrect, but this one is correct. Okay, so you have there 0.3. And well, let's see here. All right. Ooh, I thought you were going to be out. Mm-hmm. I thought you were going to be out of town on business this week. Yeah, but the trip was postponed. So it was something that she had to do, but it was postponed. Therefore, it was we're going to. You were going to make a chocolate cake. You were going to, because as you say here, as you read here, it says you said. That means that this was a decision taken with proper time. And here he said he was going to study. Yeah, was going to study this afternoon. Again, because it says here you said. So it was a decision taken before the moment of speaking with prior anticipation. My mother to make fish stew for dinner. My mother was going to. Oh, here I see. Here is the preposition. So here, this one and this one are correct. So that means that you have 3, 6, 7. You have 7 points in total. All right. So remember also that whenever you are using going to structure as a future tense, remember that we review that. We said that whenever we are going to be using going to are to refer that we took these decisions before the moment of speaking, so they are prior plans. And if you have any word or something that tells you in the statement that that decision was taken with anticipation, that absolutely you have to use going to, right?
Okay,
Let's
makes
please
sense
work
to
on
me.
this second practice, and I think it will be much clearer. All right,
Sure. Yes.
thank you.
I noticed something interesting.
Yes, tell me. Oops,
The
sorry.
use of was to be or where to be.
Yes, you can. You
Um,
can be. Be as another verb, no? For
yeah,
example, here we're using drive, set. All right. So how did you do on this second practice?
better.
Better?
Yes.
That's amazing. All right. Well, let's
I
please.
think um, they use um, was to be as a way to say supposed to, like was to be sent.
Mm-hmm.
It
It
means
was so
was supposed to be sent.
correct. Yes.
All right.
All right. Let's please move forward. And well, the next grammar tense, it is going to be the passive causative. What is the passive causative? Well, let's see. As you know, causative verbs are have, let, and make. These three verbs that we review on this term. And these ones are used when one person is causing another to do something. The passive is used when the focus is on the thing instead of the person. When you combine them together, as you are essentially saying someone caused something to be done by someone. And well, we are going to be following this grammar tense. Subject, meaning the person, in this case, the man, followed by any tense, have, get, any of these two verbs in any tense, right? This is very important according to the time you're talking about. And the object, a thing, all right? So here is hat, and the car, the object, and then the past participle, here, fixed, and we can mention by someone. So a person that sometimes, as it says here, is often dropped because you can easily understand until here. The man had his car fixed. That means that the car was fixed by someone else, right? And but you can add the specific person who did the action. So the man had his car fixed by the mechanic. So you can include this last part, mentioning the person by who this action was made. Who did this action? You can mention, or you can just end using the verb in the past participle tense. The man had his car fixed, period. All right. So this is the structure. Subject, have or get, followed by the object, past participle, and if you want, mention by who was this action made. And well, this is it. So do you have any doubts or questions about the passive causative?
No.
All right, let's please work on this Kahoot challenge. There you go. Please work on this practice and let me know when you're done. Thank you.
All right, I did it.
Great. And how did you do working on this practice about the passive causative?
I have no mistakes.
Amazing. So you really enjoyed causatives and passives, right? Remember that when we did the
Right,
passive
right, I
activities
remember.
before, you also did great. All right, let's please move forward. And well, here we are going to be reviewing about the reporting verbs. And well, as you know, they're basically split it in two. Mainly, there are only two, say and tell. What is the difference? We are going to be using say in direct speech. For example, she said to me, I'm very tired. But we also use say in reported speech when say is not followed by the person the words were spoken to. For example, she said that she was very tired. All right, here, tell. We are going to be using tell in reported speech when tell is followed by the person the words were spoken to. Example, she told me that she was very tired. And the next one, please, can you read on this example?
She told John that she was very tired.
Yes, you can avoid that. That's why it's in brackets. You can also say she told John she was very tired.
I know
She
it's
told the,
optional. I just like
yes,
to do it because it feels weird to not to say it.
all right, but grammatically it's correct to make this, to
Sure.
actually avoid this word. That is a relative pronoun, right? That you can use it or not. It's a correct anyways. She told the police she was very tired, or she told the police that she was very tired. All right. So say is whenever we are talking in direct speech. Tell, reported speech, followed by the person the words were spoken to. And say in reported speech when is not followed by the person the words were spoken to. This is the main difference. All right, between say and tell. All right, well, is there any doubts or questions that you may have about this? Say and tell.
No.
Okay, well, let's please work on the practice. There you go. Please work on this practice and let me know when you're done. Thank you.
Okay, I did it.
All right, very good. And how did you do?
I think I did it fine.
All right. So let's please move forward. And well, again, here we are going to be reviewing the reporting verbs just to make it clear, right? Tell plus the person that is receiving the message, right? Daniel told me he was ready, or Daniel told me that he was ready. Say, and we don't mention who is this phrase going to. Daniel said he was ready. Daniel said that he was ready. All right. We don't include the person that is going to be receiving the message. And here, ask, want to know, and wonder. What's the problem? He said. Well, there are many ways to form a question, a reporting speech question. He wanted to know what the problem was, or he asked me what the problem was, or even he asked what the problem was, or he wondered what the problem was. All right? 3 different ways. Ask, want to know, and wonder as well are reporting verbs. And well, actually, we can also use consider and other verbs too to report, right? But the most common ones and the most used are say and tell. All right, so doubts or questions? This is like a reinforcement, right?
No.
All right, very good. Let's please work on, here we have another practice. And well, there you go. Please work on it and let me know when you finish.
Okay, finished.
Great. And how did you do on this last practice about reported speech?
I think it was fine. Kahoot is kind of difficult because you have to deal with times.
Hmm. Yes, that's true. It makes you think faster, right?
Right.
Hmm. Okay, well, just to review, this is something that we have seen before. Nevertheless, I think it is very important to remember that whenever we are reporting statements from direct to reported, we have to remember that from a simple present tense, we are going to be changing it into the past simple. From present continuous to past continuous, from present perfect to past perfect, from past simple to past perfect, from will to would, from can to could, from may to might, from must, had to, and from have to, had to. All right. It is very important to remember all these tenses. How do they change whenever we are writing statements and using the reported speech? All right. Well, let's please move on. And well, because we were talking about the future in the past, we have a conversation here. And well, just to let you know, this was the last thing according to grammar in this unit. All right. So we finish with this, the unit. All right.
Okay.
And how are you doing with your assignments?
No, I haven't been able to work on them since I was sick. I was sick in Sunday and yesterday, and I couldn't work. I was planning to work on them Saturday night, but the platform went through maintenance.
Mm-hmm. And on Sunday?
I couldn't work on them on Sunday because I was sick.
Mm, all right. Okay. Well, it is very important to remember that tomorrow you will take in your final test, right? From the term, from the model A11. So everything must be ready for tomorrow.
Okay.
All right, please. Thank you. And well, I saw before the class I was checking, and I noticed that you didn't do also the quiz from unit number 1, and that was the one that you requested to reassign. And well, because the due date was off, I reassign again. Okay, so quiz number 1 also you have to do it. And well, you have on hold still unit number 3 assignments, quiz, and unit number 4 and also the quiz. Okay, so you will have to be working on these 3 quizzes, unit number 1, unit number 3, and unit number 4, and assignments from 3 and 4. Okay. Anyways, this is going to help you in getting ready for taking your exam on tomorrow. It will be also like a reinforcement review. So, okay,
Okay.
let's please move forward with our conversation. And this will be it for this term. Let's see. So, the future. What do you think the weather will be tomorrow? Give your prediction.
Mm, it's it will definitely be hot. And there's also a possibility that it might rain.
Right. What is your season in your city? What season are you in?
It's difficult to explain because it's rain season, but it is usually hot.
Okay.
On the other hand, December and January are the colder months, but it never rains there.
All right. And what are you going to do tomorrow? Describe your plans, please, for tomorrow. All of your plans.
Okay, first of all, I go to class in the morning because I'm going through a solar panel installation training. Uh, Later, I'm having lunch. After lunch, I have a meeting with a friend from work because we have to discuss many many plans for our business. And after that, I'm joining this class.
All right. And what are you doing tonight? What fixed appointments do you have
Tonight.
for tonight? Yeah.
I'm doing the assignments. Uh, yep. And I'll probably have to send some emails.
All right. And where do you see yourself 10 years from now? Explain in detail, please.
Mm, it is difficult to explain. Um, if we, I think I won't be in El Salvador anymore because I want to study abroad. Mm, so I could be probably in Ireland, or Japan or Canada, in some foreign country, probably studying, or maybe not studying but working, and maybe married.
Okay. And do you think doctors will clone people in the future? If so, do you agree? Explain, please.
I don't think so. There is a possibility that it can become possible, but I don't think it will be illegal to clone people. Mm, I think it's possible to. Yeah, I think it's already possible to clone animals. I have heard about uh, a sheep called Dolly.
Mhm. Do you agree on this
Mm,
kind of experiments?
I think cloning animals is not bad at all. And maybe it could lead to cure some diseases, but I don't agree with cloning humans because a clone will still be a human being.
All right, but you have to remember that after Dolly's death, they said that the next step was cloning people.
Mm, I think it's even possible to do clone people right now, but I don't think it will be legal.
All right, and will pollution make the earth uninhabitable? What are your predictions? What do you think?
Mm, if if things continue like this, it will be uninhabitable. Hmm, I think we have a hope. Uh, for instance, last year, due to the lockdown, the pollution levels decreased, and I think if human if people commit themselves, there's a possibility. But I think uh, people are too greedy to care for it. The worst pollution source is oil, but it is already possible to create electric cars. And but since the big companies, the big oil companies care too much about their incomes, they won't allow the electric cars technology to have to success at all.
All right. And well, do you think scientists will find a cure for AIDS and cancer?
I think they will. I think everything's possible. Um, I'm glad they have finally found a vaccine for COVID.
right? But don't you think that they have already had the cure for AIDS and cancer and they just don't share?
Why wouldn't they?
Because, you know, the way that scientists work is that they develop, and in China, the vaccine, Sinopharm, my friends that live there, they told me that they had the vaccine already when the pandemic started in 2019. And well, that's how all the population, like COVID was controlled by 2020. So it's sometimes that I think, and because of these humongous companies that are in charge of selling the all the drugs and pills and the medicines and so on, imagine the treatment for cancer involves a lot of companies, huge companies around the world, as well as AIDS. So if they would find a cure, it will be just like patients will go just for that medicine in particular, and that's it. Like for example, same way we're doing now with COVID, just get a your vaccine and that's it, right? You're safe. Instead of spending thousands and thousands of dollars curing yourself for cancer because it is not cheap. According to doctors and, well, medical field, in general, cancer is the most expensive disease that there exists.
Okay.
Mhm.
I think if someone finds the cure for cancer or AIDS, that person will become rich.
Also, and of course, as I said again, well, big companies around will could even shut down because there are specific, even a specific big enterprises that produce certain medicine for cancer. So, and they develop, no? A lot of companies develop themselves by producing cancer drugs. So imagine that's like kind of like the dark side of scientists that you don't know.
Yeah. Hmm.
Hmm.
I think, unfortunately, that the world rounds up around money. The world rolls around money, or
Yeah.
turns around. The world turns around money.
Hmm. Yes, indeed. All right. Well, do you think people would live longer? What is positive or negative about it?
Mm, yeah, I think people will live longer because we have better medicines uh, than than we had before. But it will be possible to live longer only if they have a healthier lifestyle. Um, if a person exercises and eats healthy food, that person will live longer. And you know, food now has higher amounts of sugar or cholesterol than it used to have in the past. And also, people tend to be more sedentary than they used to be. So, hello?
Yes. So you think, well, thinking it that way, let's see. So you will call it positive?
I think, yeah, I think it's positive. I think it's possible to live longer under certain conditions. Hmm,
Right.
I don't think it's
Well,
positive or negative. That's just the way it is. Perhaps old people will have more time to spend with their grandchildren, and that's positive. But people have more stressful lives than than they had before, and that's negative.
mm-hmm. Okay. And of course, also, we will have to talk about the quality of life if people would live longer. If someone will say that, of course, the quality is not going to be deficient, then of course, right? It will be positive. But also, if people imagine in a situation like the one that we are living now, and with having deficiency in health, oh, it will be a negative thing to live longer, right?
Yeah.
So,
Um, I think it will be negative if they have debts, debts, debts. How do you pronounce that word? Debts, deudas, debts,
yes, debt.
debts. Can you say it again, please?
Yes, of course. Debt.
Debts.
Like, yeah, correct. Okay. And well, this question that is causing controversy. Will robots ever replace humans? If so, in what way?
Hmm. Probably robots will replace humans, probably in some specific repetitive chores like cleaning or cooking, maybe for growing plants. But I think robots will never replace humans in case they need to take decisions.
And well, I said controversy because I don't know if you heard about this article that was released in Japan about the first robot with artificial intelligence that had an interview. And while the interview was on, the robot said that they were going to rule humans. And so the reporter was like concerned about the answer, and the robot explained how they were going to, well, they were going to dominate the humans. So
Did the robot say that?
yeah, the robot said that in the interview. And well, everyone was shocked by the answer. Everyone was concerned and shocked. And recently, there was an article that said that Japan was going to produce 1 billion or 1,500,000 robots, no, and specifically the one that had this artificial intelligence, the same one. So there was like a controversy on people saying that, well, we are doing exactly what we shouldn't do with development in terms of technology. We are leading our, some people said, some scientists said that scientists sometimes lead their knowledge to other causes that are not very important, that are vain. So, and this was one of it. And well, they don't agree that a robot should have artificial intelligence, especially like the one that had this kind of robot that could express everything that you wanted to without being controlled. So,
Mhm.
and in particular, that they will be building and duplicating tons and tons of these robots. Well, they say that mainly they have this artificial intelligence because they will be using their they will be using them to help like improving the country, working and helping with the development of the country. But I think sometimes we try to go forward, but not in a good way. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, it is great that it's scientists and engineers, and maybe they have a lot of other groups, people that work in creating this robot and also the intelligence and everything. I think it's great, but on the other hand, I'm thinking like, shouldn't they be building and supporting developing things that are necessary for their country first, or for more important things, like for example, what happens if they ran out of water, like what is something that they could do. And I know that Japan is a very well developed country, but still has a lot of deficiencies. So I think instead of, you know, building things that of course they can be necessary, having a robot that does everything for you, okay, that makes you a lazy person. And if you live a busy life, it helps you. All right, that's good. But I think there are other bigger problems around. So they should focus their intelligence and their capability of building things into improve, no, first their country and then the world. That's my personal, right? For example, in the vaccines, Japan was not involved as everyone thought that they would be in order to have a vaccine for COVID-19. So I think they're working on other stuff that we don't know if in the future it's going to be good or not. We don't know. No one knows what is going to happen in the future, but this is just a personal reflection on how they should be worrying and working on things that are happening and going on right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's my personal way of thinking. Pollution, that they have also a high rate on pollution. So I don't know. And even maybe no, because we see now that there are different devices that people developed and built that replace some of the activities that humans do. No? For example, now we have electronic vacuums that work alone. So you just have to press a button and then just let it roll around the house and it vacuums all the house by itself. It just moves around. So have the you don't have to hold, the vacuum with your hand and do it by yourself. It does it alone. And also we can set up things like electronic devices. We can set up the time on where we are using it or we are going to use them. And so I think devices that we can control, yes, it's good. But the ones that we cannot, I think it's a bad decision.
I think it's up to the creator to build that or not.
Of course, it is up to them. Anyways, they're doing it, right? And they might be many other things that we don't even know about things that they do. For example, um, all of my friends told me that in 2017, no, 2016 or 17, well, I don't remember the year, but the government told them that in order to prevent a pandemic that was going to come soon, they did a general vaccination to all the young population, kids and young population, but the elderlies, of course. So this gives us a peek on what scientists really know about everything that goes on in the world. And of course, they do what they want. Yes, we know that. We have seen it. But see, there are many things that we may not know that they're doing right now. But I said, no, that's my personal thinking. All right, let's please move on to the next one. Do you think the world will be better or worse for future generations? And explain.
Hmm. If we follow these patterns, it will be worse. I think the world is too overpopulated, and young people like me have a lot more stress than people my age had when my parents were my age. And I think the world is more competitive than it used to be. And I'm too concerned about pollution. So if we don't do anything to stop it right now, it will be it will become much worse.
All right. And how do you think your country will change in the future?
Mm, I think it will be more stressful, more traffic, more more delinquency. Is that a correct word? Delinquency?
Yeah. So your country will have a higher rate.
Yeah. Um, a worse economy. Mm, less green areas. So I don't want to be pessimistic, but I don't have too much.
Faith.
Uh-huh. I don't have too much hope.
Okay. And well, um, well, if you're single, when are you going to get married? Do you have a like a term in between your age, maybe, or in a specific time that you are planning, or no?
No, and I don't have a girlfriend, and I won't get married until I have a well-paid job.
Okay. And well, how will transportation and travel change in the future? And give your views.
Hmm. I think uh, that's a difficult question to answer because it depends in well-developed countries like European countries or South Korea or Japan, it will become better because they already have uh, fast trains and they already use a lot of bicycles. I think it should be better to live without cars. So people should use bicycles for short distances and trains for long distances. But in Latin America, it will become worse and worse. More traffic every day.
Okay. And do you think aliens will ever visit the Earth? When and what will happen?
I have no idea. I do think aliens exist, but I don't believe in what social media shows. KM, do you understand what I'm saying? I think it is possible to for intelligent life to exist outside of Earth, but I don't think in everything that social media shows. So I
All right.
definitely have no idea.
Okay. And what kind of job would you like to do in the future? And how much will you earn? Or, well, you would like to earn?
I would like to earn as much as possible. Um, More than $1,000 a month. Mm, but I have no idea how much will I earn. I think it will only be possible if I leave this country. I'm an electrical engineer, and I would like to have a job in the energy industry, and that will be a way to change the world.
All right. And well, do you believe in fortune tellers or horoscopies, and why or why not?
No, I don't believe in that. No, I don't believe in horoscopies because I am the star positions have no influence on someone's personality, and with time more constellations have been discovered, so that would mean past predictions were wrong. And about fortune tellers, I think they play with your mind and they tell you what you want to hear. So there's not a scientific explanation for them.
All right. And what new inventions would you like to see in the future, and give reasons for these inventions?
Mm, that's a good question. Let me think about it.
Sure.
One thing that I would like to see in the future. Mm, a self-driven car. So you would only need to program where you want to go, and you wouldn't need to worry about it.
And I think now, I think Tesla already, this brand of cars, they're called Teslas, right? Yes, they already have a self-driven car.
Mhm.
Yeah, I recently saw a test driving on these kind of cars. And yeah, you just need to sit and then the car will do everything, even parking for you. All right, and well, the last one. Do you think you will ever travel, live, or work abroad? Talk about it.
Yes, I have already traveled abroad, but I have, and I will definitely like to live to or 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 to work abroad. I need to work hard to make it possible.
All right. Well, let's please work on the survey, and that will be it for today. Remember, please, to work on all the assignments you have. Okay?
Okay, I have to do it tonight, otherwise I will die.
Yes. Okay, there you go.
Thank you.
No problem. You're welcome. Let's see. Okay, now it is on.
All right, thanks.
All right. Thank you very much. And we'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, bye.
Goodbye. Have a great night.